And very welcome to the third day of these World Championships, Junior World Championships and European Youth Championships in ski orienteering here at Kalli in Kemi-Keminmaa. It's a day with a little bit warmer weather, and it's been a little bit foggy also today, even some snow, so quite different conditions than the earlier days.
Yes, indeed, the weather is a bit different, the snow is a bit slower, we get to see a bit tougher race today. First, some highlights from the juniors who have been competing in the long distance mass start competition, and after that we get to see the live coverage of middle distance from the World Championships, first for women and then for men's race.
And this far Finland has succeeded very well in these own competitions, so to say, and we expect of course the terrain to be a little bit different because it's a longer race today, but still with very much technical orienteering as it has been the earlier days.
Yes, that's the spirit of the Kallinkangas ski orienteering style. It's quite technical course. We get some new terrain from the northern part that hasn't been used yet, but mostly the courses are going to use the terrain that's already familiar from the two earlier days.
That says Santeri, Aikio, welcome today also to you and to everybody who is watching this all over the world. As you can see, the terrain is not too hilly today either, but we are going to a little bit of a different area than the earlier days.
Yes, and here we get to see the starting procedure of a women 20 long distance. It is a mass start competition, and these mass start junior competitions are always interesting and full of drama because these group skiing orienteering situations are not as familiar, or the orienteers are not so familiar yet to working in groups. And here we go.
Maria Hoskari from Finland won the sprint and took a bronze medal in the middle. Ella Turesson won the middle and took a silver medal in the sprint. These, at least, we know, have taken 2 medals, are among the best ones. We also see...
Here we can see that it's quite quickly becomes quite narrow, the track, and there is a possibility to have some crashes on the way. So the start is difficult.
And we get to the first map change, and it looks right like Hoskari is in the lead, and followed by Anna Aasa from Sweden. Maria Hoskari and Anna Aasa within 2 seconds after the first 5.9 kilometers, and they are followed by Christine Melby Jakobsen and Alina Nikli from Switzerland. So 4 ladies gaining a little bit. And here we see, this is Lottelina Ekström from Finland. She was only 1 minute behind at the changeover, but she had to change one of her skis and lost a minute there. And at the second exchange, and now we have Maria Hoskari, and she's alone here leading the
clear
race.
lead in the competition, only over a half a minute lead compared to Norwegian Jakobsen here.
And Jakobsen also has almost a minute up to Anna Aasa, and then it's more than 3 minutes to the next one in fourth place. Here, it's not at all Maria Hoskari. It's Christine Melby Jakobsen from Norway that is winning the ladies 20 class today. The junior world champion, Christine Melby Jakobsen. And we were waiting for Hoskari, but it was a big surprise. Anna Aasa from Sweden instead in second place, and in third place we got...
and Hoskari nowhere to be seen.
Oh, there she is.
There she is. She has done some huge mistake after the last map exchange.
She went the wrong way for the last controls. It's a small loop. You can see here Hoskari and Melby Jakobsen coming to the last map exchange, and they are both going to control number 22. And there Hoskari leaves, Melby Jakobsen and Aasa close behind them, and Hoskari misses the turn to the right.
Yes.
Instead, Melby Jakobsen first wonder what happened, then turn to the right. Hoskari still has a chance here to make up her mistake, but she never realized what happened. And Aasa and Melby Jakobsen were together, almost together, but then on the last controls, Melby Jakobsen took a better route choice and got those 15-20 seconds ahead of Aasa, and at the end, the difference between...
20 winner Christine Melby Jakobsen here. First medal and straight for the gold from these competitions. How does it feel?
It feels amazing, really amazing, yes. I have the first races didn't go as well, as good for me, so I'm really happy to do good in this race, yes.
Okay, did you notice the dramatics in the second map exchange? You also took a bit sort of a two left route choice.
Yes, and then I saw Maria who went to the 25 control, and I was like, oh no, I'm not going there. So then I turned and got to my control. So yes.
Yeah, perfect choice at that point. Was there anything in the weather conditions that affected your competition?
Not really. It was some tracks I was the first one to go in, but it didn't affect me that much, no.
Okay, hey, congratulations for the gold.
Thank you very much.
So, very happy winner here, Christine Melby Jakobsen. Anna Aasa, that's in second place, and Alina Nikli in third place, before Ella Turesson, Åsne Hovengen, Lotteline Ekström, Nina Kärne, Ingeborg Roll Mossland, Birgit Dorothea Kleppa-Madslien, and Delia Giesendanner. These the 10 top in the Junior World Championships for women.
Yes, and it was good luck that this was the third race for Maria Hoskari. It would have been quite a different thing if it was the first race, and it would have gone that way.
Yep. But first medals for Melby Jakobsen, Aasa, and for Nikli.
And here we get to follow the men's race. Men 20 long distance Junior World Ski Orienteering Championships, mass start.
And Niklas Ekström from Finland has won both the sprint and the middle. Gian-Andre Müller that we saw was a bronze medalist in the sprint competition. Isak Lundholm and Albin Geselius have 2 silver medals, the 2 Swedes from the sprint and the middle. And are we off without any mistakes or without any broken poles?
Hopefully so. We can see it is a bit narrow. There is not that much space. They have to double pole.
But here at the first map exchange, Niklas Ekström has a lot of space here.
Yeah. When you're strong enough, you can make yourself enough space.
And he's 43 seconds ahead of Albin Geselius, and in third place Marek Sterba from the Czech Republic. So 43 seconds already. We see also here Stevander from Finland, Mujelset and Jaama of Estonia, but they are also already trailing by a minute and a half, almost 2 minutes.
And here we can see Kari Stevander struggling a bit with getting his map into the map holder. So it's not that easy always.
So this is the position after the first 6.9 kilometers. We're getting to the second map exchange. You can see it has been snowing again, wet snow, but Niklas Ekström is still leading, and the difference to Albin Geselius at this moment is over 2 minutes.
Yeah, Niklas Ekström is a really strong cross-country skier as well, and in these tough conditions he actually gains more than loses with this slower glide under the skis.
But Olle Ilmarjaama is now in third place. And in the last loop, no mistakes, no bigger mistakes at least for Niklas Ekström. He is the third, he takes his third championship during these competitions. How often has that happened in the World Championships, that the junior won all 3 of them?
That's not so often. One Finnish guy has done that. That was Olli-Markus Taivainen, 2005. Also Erik Rost, Andrei Lamov, Anders Holmberg, and in the ladies' side, Tuve Alexandersson and Frida Sandberg have done that before.
So after Niklas Ekström, Albin Geselius and Olle Ilmarjaama kept their places in the second and third place. And here we see how Ekström has a good pace and is leaving the others a little bit all the time. No bigger mistakes, as we can see from Ekström. Isak Lundholm of Sweden here had a
Must start. Third gold in a row. What are the first feelings?
Yeah, it's amazing to compete here, and it's amazing to do good races.
Okay, today's weather was a bit different than 2 days before. Has it some kind of effect for your race?
Yeah, it was a bit slower on the narrow tracks, but I think it was good for me.
Okay, from the GPS follow-up, it seems so that it was the second leg that you sort of took the clear lead. Did you see anyone else in the forest, or was it alone all the time?
Yeah, after the first map exchange, I was all alone.
Okay.
So Niklas Ekström from Finland, again the world champion, now in the long distance, before Albin Geselius from Sweden and Olle Ilmarjaama from Estonia. Before Marek Sterba, Isak Lundholm, Jan Lauenstein, Wojtek Penats, Theodor Mujelset, Ole Gunnar Kleppa Madslien and Gustav Stana in 10th place.
Not so much drama in the men's class compared to the women 20, but strong, stable races by Niklas Ekström during this whole week, and this of course promises good for the relay tomorrow for the Finnish team.
Right, so. And now we are live. This is what is happening right now here at the competition center. We are now going to the World Championships and the middle race for women. And the women and the men have started all together. The women today are racing about 10.2 kilometers if you're counting the shortest sensible way. And altogether there are some 65 kilometers of different tracks for the ladies to choose between. And as we could see, there were mistakes made, at least in the junior world championships for the women.
Yes, also the men's course.
And the men, they have 12.9 kilometers if you take the shortest sensible way. Also here, of course, 65 kilometers of tracks to choose between. The climb isn't much at all, 160 meters. What does that tell us?
It tells us that the new part of the terrain is more flat than the terrain that has been used already in the 2 previous races. And the duration I believe is about to get a little
Third
bit longer.
day of racing. What are your expectations for today?
I expect one more really technical race. I think there will be lots of track in the beginning. Then I also expect some longer route choices. And I'm really looking forward to it.
What are your strengths today?
My strengths are to stay calm and give myself time in the technical areas.
2 days ago, you were not that calm at the end of the pursuit. How calm are you today?
I feel really calm. I feel comfortable, and I feel like I can handle this terrain. So I will really try to do my best.
So Frida Sandberg, the Swedish lady, is starting today, pretty much at the end of the race. We have the first that started in the race already some 46 minutes ago. In the women's competition, Nicole Canova, Hibiki Sana and Florina Müller were the first ones to start, and will notify you in a moment of how the race is going. But here's the starting list of the ladies.
Yeah, the first Finnish athlete starting here, also Norwegian Marit Melby Jakobsen and Jenny Backlid, who did quite good races earlier. And here we get to see the first medalists as well on the start list.
Linda Lindqvist was the world champion in the pursuit, starting with number 126. And starting with number 135, Daisy Kudre-Schnieder was the world champion 3 days ago in the sprint competition.
And today's last starter, Isabel Salén. And actually Frida Sandberg should be there on the line that was missing. So starting number 133, it's interesting to see whether she is at the start or not. Or maybe that was the mistake in the graphics.
But everything seemed okay with her when we interviewed her an hour ago.
Yeah.
Or a little more than an hour ago.
Yeah.
She should be starting pretty soon now. It's the starting grid right now. Petra Fiala from the Czech Republic. And as we noticed earlier on, she is not related to the Prime Minister Petr Fiala of the Czech Republic.
And here we get to see how it looks at the start today. The terrain is a bit more open and flat compared to the terrain we have seen earlier. Birch forest, more open areas.
Linda Lindqvist won the pursuit 2 days ago. That was her first ski orienteering world champion medal ever. She studies architecture in Umeå in Sweden, and she was so happy after the world champion.
Small wonder. It was a great race, lots of excitement, and she just managed to do the perfect ending for the race. Not at all a perfect race earlier.
Salla Koskela, already 2 silver medals at these competitions, which will be her last ones.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure about that, but so I've understood that this may be.
Maybe.
Yeah. And Salla Koskela, I would assume, is hungry for a gold, because those 2 medals have been so close already.
And Magdalena Olsson has been doing great here in these competitions. She was not taking part in the European Championships in Bulgaria earlier this year. She became ill right before the start and then went home, and at home it turned out that she had COVID-19.
Yeah. That has been the cause of drama for this and the last year as well.
Linda Lindqvist, the world champion from 2 days ago, now at the start. I think she looks happy still.
Yeah, happy, but also focused on today's task ahead.
The orienteers also today get their maps 15 seconds ahead of the actual start time.
So they have time to take the first look, overall look, and then the route shows to the first control. And now we get to see the course. So the start is here, the northern part, and as you can see, there's a lot of green and yellow in the map. This is old agricultural area that has been reforested since. And at the beginning, nothing too difficult, just execute it well. The first interesting route choice leg is 3 to 4. There are various options and we get to see later on how the ladies execute it. The first time we get TV coverage here at the arena, and after that we go to the more familiar part of the terrain that has already been used in the sprint and in the pursuit. So lots of technical orienteering here.
So when the ladies said that they expected more of the marshland and more of the flat finished terrain, that was perhaps not the case. We are still very much here along the ski arena and the alpine hill.
Yeah, surprisingly small amount of this new area is actually used in the ladies course. Men get to see it a little bit more. So this is quite familiar, but also this was very difficult yesterday, day before yesterday. So let's see how the ladies cope with this technical part today.
22 controls, and we know that there were many mistakes made during the earlier races, so it will be an interesting race today also. The middle distance for the ladies, thus about 10 kilometers when you take the shortest sensible way. And the men then. Here we have the starting list with Jan Hasek, Francesco Corradini and Sander Pritzik, the first starters in the men's competition. And the men thus go in for 12.7 kilometers, roughly the shortest sensible way. So in the men's competition we have had Ville-Matti Saara, who won the sprint, and Jörgen Backlid that won the pursuit.
Yes, Ville-Petteri Saarela actually, but yes.
Of course,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That was the name he was given some 4 years ago, and we'll keep to that.
Yeah. Yeah. So here Tuomas Kotro, two times silver medal was it? Yes. Earlier this week, and today the last starter will be Aapo Viippola, a young Finnish athlete. It's interesting to see. Can these younger guys beat the older guys?
And Ville-Petteri Saarela and Jörgen Backlid right after each other, 2 minutes apart from each other at the start. Evert Toivonen has been the runner-up. Was it been four places for him? So very interesting, the end of this race.
Yes, and also we have to remember Stanimir Belomachev.
Competition, what do you expect from this day?
Yeah, I expect a good and interesting race. Quite the same as the first 2 races, because the area will be up there again. The new part on the swamp, I think, will also be interesting and difficult to read the map. And I will do it like I did the first 2 days. Always have good map contact and be ready for the route choices.
How well are the map and the terrain living up to the expectations you had before you came here?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. I think we prepared good with the old maps, and it's quite the same, I think. So we were well prepared, and I think it's like we thought it will be.
You had a fantastic finish 2 days ago in the pursuit and took the bronze medal. What is your final position today?
Ooh, I hope I will be first, but we will see it. The others are very strong. I will give my best, and then we will see for which place it will, which will be in the finish. Yes. Thank you.
And back to the start, where Eskil Frøysland from Norway is starting.
And then some men's athletes. Linus from Sweden.
Yep, he was third at the European Championships in the middle distance, although he broke one ski and his, what do you call it? The
map holder.
The map holder in the European Championships still took the bronze medal in Bulgaria.
Yeah, he's a good technical ski orienteer. And then an interesting name, Tero Linnanmaa from Finland, who is about to end his career here. This week hasn't gone as Tero has hoped, I'm certain of that, and it's interesting to see what he has to say about it today.
Instead of a career, he's going to be a father in May.
Indeed.
And Mattis Jaama took the third place last year in the sprint relay 2021, only 2 seconds from the gold medal. Running for Värska OK Peko, and they are supporting him a lot in Estonia right now.
Yeah, small wonder. He's the most experienced Estonian athlete at the moment.
Back at the starting grid, Kasparas Sulkis from Lithuania.
Waiting for the permission to get the map and start his own job today.
And Nereus Sulkis started with number 13, here Kasparas Sulkis with 29.
As we can see, the snowfall has ended or at least paused at the moment, and I think during the morning some snow has gathered or piled on the tracks, and that can make the thing a little bit different, easier for the later starters.
So it means that Jan Hasek with number 1 is the one that will be making the path for everyone else, or at least for the first ones. Let's see.
Somewhat so. This is the men's course today. They get to see this northern new part a bit more than the ladies. Technical orienteering, easy to make some small mistakes by missing crossings. And then, same way as the ladies, they get to this more familiar part of the terrain. Also interesting, short, technical, executional legs. And also today morning when I skied in the terrain, that public snowmobile route that goes in the southern part, that was surprisingly fast, but also tough, because it's so bumpy compared to the normal ski tracks. So here we see the arena pass.
And here is a possibility to change your gear. You can change skis if they're broken, and poles at any time if you want to do so. There were some broken skis, some broken poles in the ladies and in the junior competition, not in the ladies, sorry, in the junior and the European youth competitions, but not that much, and not that much in the start either, perhaps not as much as was expected.
Yeah. Here we see the men in this familiar uphill from the pursuit race, this tough wall that has to be climbed to get back to the terrain after the arena pass.
Aslak Heimdal here going up the hill, as you can see, only 27 seconds behind Vegard Gulbrandsen, starting with number 14 at this point. Vegard leading at this point right ahead of Jonathan Ståhl from Sweden, 14 seconds to him, and in third place Aslak Heimdal at this point when only 21 skiers have passed the first arena control.
Yes.
And you have the same situation right now. At the 4.5 kilometers, the course today thus is 12.7, so we're only 1/3 into the race at this point.
Yeah, and even though it says results, I prefer calling it intermediate times. So of course the results can change quite a bit during the ending part of the course.
Jonathan Ståhl started 2 minutes ahead of behind Matias Maijala, and they are now almost together at this control. Matias Maijala just a little bit ahead of him, but it gives both Maijala and Ståhl then an opportunity to a little bit work together and at least look at what the other one is doing.
And here waiting for Andri Jordi to the intermediate time at the arena, and here he arrives, and he is almost half a minute behind Norwegian Vegard Gulbrandsen.
Almost the same time as Aslak Heimdal at this point. So half a minute up to Vegard Gulbrandsen. Andri Jordi has done quite some good races here in the World Championship this far.
And as we can see, he is climbing quite well this steep uphill. He has enough power left to lift himself sharp and get good power into his kicking. And we are waiting for Petra Fiala to arrive into the arena.
Kaisa Klemettinen thus is the fastest lady this far, and Petra Fiala into third place. Kaisa Klemettinen is 14 seconds ahead of Mervi Pesu, and Petra Fiala in third place, right ahead of Sari Väärönen from Finland.
And this is the first time that the ladies are climbing the steep uphill this week. They didn't have the arena passing during the pursuit race, and this is tough uphill.
And here we have the positions right now at 1/3 of the race at 3.6 kilometers out of the 10.1 they are climbing. So Kaisa Klemettinen ahead of Mervi Pesu and Petra Fiala at this moment, but not any decisive differences between the ladies yet.
No, not yet. And here we can see some GPS tracking from the top two who are leading at the arena, and now Kaisa Klemettinen is alive. And I would imagine this race suits Kaisa quite well, because she is a technical orienteer, and especially in these interval start races, when she has her own piece to execute her own flow in the forest, that's where she is strong. So
there aren't many differences in the route choices between Pesu and Klemettinen. Pesu, one of the most experienced ski orienteers taking part in these competitions, reminds me that even her daughter is taking part here in the Junior World Championships.
Yeah, it was already 30 years ago when Mervi was competing in the World Champs for the first time. So a long, respectable career behind.
And number 133 on the starting line. We were a little bit afraid that there was something that had happened to Sandberg, but no problem. Frida Sandberg, 4th in the pursuit, 5th in the sprint in the European Championships in 2017. Also an experienced ski orienteer, and she was very confident when we met her earlier today.
Yes, I would imagine that this course suits Frida as well quite well.
And Linda Lindqvist, the world champion in the pursuit, we are now following her live, and she's skiing faster than both Pesu and Klemettinen.
Yeah, we have a new lead in the arena pass, and Linda Lindqvist also, as being the world champion from the day before yesterday, is to be expected one of the strongest ladies also today.
The trail, the the tail of the dot was 30 seconds. The difference at the arena passing was 17 seconds. Linda Lindqvist was 17 seconds ahead of Kaisa Klemettinen and 32 ahead of Mervi Pesu, the first three ladies right now. And we are waiting Doris Kudre.
Yes, the younger of Kudre sisters. And there she arrives, quite with the same time with the Finnish duo.
So into third place, Doris 30 seconds behind and right ahead of Mervi Pesu at this moment. And we see Salla Koskela now going live compared to how Pesu, Klemettinen and Lindqvist are doing.
A little bit different route choices, and it doesn't seem so flow. So now she is 30 seconds behind decisive small micro route choices, but she seems to be skiing a bit faster. So nothing is lost yet.
But she is the last of these four, at least when we are approaching now the arena passing. Koskela with number 128, Doris Kudre had 127, and we are waiting Salla Koskela here, but no
First we
Koskela
get
to be
Miska
seen.
Tervala in the men's class arriving at the arena pass now and competing against Aslak Heimdal.
And Jordi
takes the third place.
Yep. Aslak Heimdal and Miska Tervala both 26 seconds behind the leader Vegard Gulbrandsen. Jonathan Ståhl here is still in second place. He was 14 seconds behind. And Andri Jordi 27 seconds behind.
And now we get Salla Koskela into the arena pass. Let's see what's the actual difference.
You said she was skiing faster than the other ones at one moment, but she was trailing a little bit behind both Pesu and Klemettinen when you compared the times there.
Yeah. There she comes.
From another way.
Yeah, a little bit different approach, but nothing decisive.
So, Salla's 2 silver medals here in the World Championships can very well be a new silver medal or gold medal. Not too far, 25 seconds behind the leader, Linda Lindqvist.
Yeah, and anything can still happen in the technical part of the terrain that is about to come. So, too early to say anything.
And after Salla Koskela was Evelina Wickbom starting. We are waiting her so shortly also, and go back to the start with the world champion in the sprint, Daisy Kudre-Schnieder.
Daisy Kudre-Schnieder didn't manage to get this pure, clean orienteering race 2 days ago, and I would imagine she has gathered up her thoughts and has better focus than ever today.
And Evelina Wickbom, I was talking about her. She started 2 minutes behind Koskela. We are now looking at her live, and she has almost the same pace as Linda Lindqvist, who is leading here at the first arena passing. And there we have Magdalena. No, it's Evelina, of course. Evelina Wickbom there, and only 3 seconds behind Linda Lindqvist. Oh, what a good race this far for Evelina.
Yes, it's looking very good for the Swedish girls at the moment. And actually, the earlier days as a team haven't been as strong for the Swedish as we might have expected. So let's see what's today's.
We have Linda Lindqvist won the gold medal, and in the sprint we had Rasmus Wickbom and Magdalena Olsson taking bronze medals, but only 3 medals this far. The Swedes said they want to have a medal in every race here. And of course, there are so many good Swedes. Here, Lisa Larsen, the world champion in pursuit last year from Estonia, starting with number 136. The lady that started off as a skier and even won medals in the junior world championships in skiing, then a couple of years ago turned all her attention to ski orienteering instead.
It's quite nice that somebody does it that way.
Back at the arena here, you can see there are spare skis, spare poles for anyone in these competitions. We have even seen that this, no matter which country you come from, you can borrow skis, so you can get poles from other countries also. This is part of the spirit of ski orienteering.
Yes.
You help each other out.
Orienteering sports is quite a solidary sport. We are one big family.
Eskil Frösland here in 8th place at the first arena passing, 47 seconds behind his teammate Vegard Gulbrandsen.
And quite good looking climbing here from Frösland. But actually the Swiss guy is coming even faster.
It must have been Lukas Deininger,
Yes.
that passed
And
here.
here we see Kaisa Klementtinen taking the lead in the 7.6 kilometers. And now already 46 seconds ahead Mervi Pesu, so Kaisa has done good job in the technical southern part.
So here we are comparing Evelina Wickbom and Magdalena Olsson. Olsson live and going much faster than Evelina Wickbom at this point. And Olsson is thus approaching the arena.
Really good start for Magdalena Olsson today's race. And this is a time that will be hard to beat.
So we have Lindqvist and Wickbom within 3 seconds. Ooh, and already here we have Magdalena Olsson 30 seconds ahead of Lindqvist and Wickbom. What a good start for her.
Yeah, today Magdalena Olsson has decided that nothing will be given free.
Which one of us just a moment ago said that the Swedes are waiting for something big to happen?
Yeah, now it looks very good.
This
Very
is the
good one.
first TV control, though. 1/3 of the race has passed this far, so anything can happen, but it's looking very good for Olsson, Lindqvist and Wickbom.
And how many Swedish girls to come. But it will be very hard to beat Magdalena Olsson's time at the arena.
Yeah, we have Larsen at least coming.
Yeah.
So good race for Mervi Pesu. Mervi Pesu finish time 41:14 and she is 33
And
seconds faster.
Mervi Pesu, I think, arrived, yes, at finish and took the lead. Experienced Finnish skier in there.
And again, in the lead, Mervi Pesu ahead of Elin Hagerström and Andrea Diaksova. And she has been running in 41 minutes. The course setter had expected a little bit faster race today, but
Yeah.
the conditions aren't that good.
Yeah, it's the snowfall that happened earlier today. It is going to slow the athletes down a bit. Maybe we get to see some athletes that come under the estimated time because now it's not snowing anymore and the tracks get a bit faster all the time when the ski orienteers use them.
Let's hope it's a good race then also for Isabel Salén that just left here. Now we are following Salla Koskela, who again made a mistake at the 7th control. So Linda Lindqvist is far ahead now ahead of Koskela and Klemettinen at this point of the race.
It seems that Salla Koskela's focus is a little bit in struggle at the moment. She has had these minor missings of crossings today, and in this course it should be quite important to maintain your focus and flow all the time.
Tobias Habenicht, 6th place right now. His father Max Habenicht was competing in the World Championships in ski orienteering in Kuopio 30 years ago. Now Tobias also a Habenicht again in the World Championships in Finland. He broke a ski, one of his best skis in the sprint, so going pretty well today, 42 seconds behind Gulbrandsen.
Yes, maybe he has found a good ski for these more wet conditions. I dare say you have to use different skis now than you had to use earlier this week.
Of course. Evine Westli Andersen here passing in 9th place, trailing by 1 minute and 12 seconds at this point at 3.6. And soon we also should have Daisy Kudre-Schnieder here at the passing. We are first following how Linda Lindqvist is now doing. She's live and we are comparing.
And she is doing pretty well.
Oh,
and
very
now
well.
We get to follow her and can see her make a small shortcut here. But this area is a bit tricky one, and as we can see, even Linda Lindqvist is not maintaining her flow completely.
Well, she was hesitating for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But still. And we are passing here, I think, was that one of the Japanese? No, I
think that was
didn't
a
catch.
Swiss.
There was a Swiss skier, also hesitating, going the other direction. But Linda Lindqvist going fast. The world champion from 2 days ago in the pursuit and looking so confident here.
Yeah, and as you can see, there are these minor bumps on the track, and with correct shift in the weight, you can actually gain more speed from each of these bumps or droppings on the track. But it's technical skiing, and you have to train these narrow track techniques so that you really can gain more speed every time.
And you can see on the map also, Lindqvist is knowing very well what she's doing. The right turns at the right moment all the time here.
And very soon arriving to the TV control, which is control number 16.
And left there. And we're waiting for her at the second TV control.
And the difference has grown.
Oh yes. 1:13 ahead of Kaisa Klemettinen. It seemed like Klemettinen made a small mistake at the last control also, but it's the pace. It's the pace that Linda Lindqvist has right now, and the flow. No hesitating at all, just going with her flow.
Yeah, mostly so. Let's see what Magdalena Olsson has to say about that.
We can see here in the winner's chair, the leader's chair, Vegard Gulbrandsen, that has finished already, and he's having the right to sit in the leader's chair for a moment.
Yes, occupying the throne.
With number
Let's
14,
see how long.
with number 14, he's right now here at the finish already leading. But we're waiting there. Here, Judita Traubaite into a 5th place here at the women's race. Still Magdalena Olsson, Frida Sandqvist, Linda Lindqvist and Evelina Wickbom, the four first ladies at this moment. Now Judita Traubaite in place number 5.
Good start by the Lithuanian lady, and also good looking climbing in this uphill.
And she's been doing very well except for smaller mistakes both in the sprint and in the pursuit, which kept her outside the podium for the medals in these races.
But now we see Daisy Kudre-Schnieder taking a new lead when arriving to the arena pass, about 5 seconds ahead Magdalena Olsson, I would assume. Now very soon arriving.
And Daisy Kudre still 12 seconds time, and oh, she's doing it again. Daisy Kudre-Schnieder 8 seconds ahead of Magdalena Olsson at this point of the race.
Very good start also by Daisy Kudre-Schnieder. And strong skiing.
So 1 Estonian, 4 Swedes and 1 Lithuanian at the top of the table here at 3.6 kilometers.
And now Tero Linnainmaa, one of the experienced, skillful Finnish skier in terrace, and hungry as hell.
He didn't go to Bulgaria at all because he wanted to concentrate on the World Championships.
And he didn't want to risk taking COVID before the World Championships. That has been his goal for many years now, just like Ville-Petteri Saarela.
And we're following Salla Koskela, that we saw have made some smaller mistakes earlier on in the race. Right now,
her pace does look quite well.
It does.
But
we're going back to the finish, and we're following here Kaisa Klemettinen, the second lady, there finishing. Kaisa, new leader in the ladies competition, 1:25 ahead of Mervi Pesu. But we know that Linda Lindqvist and Magdalena Olsson both have been faster than Kaisa in the later part. Klemettinen and Koskela about the same pace in the forest. And we are thus again following Salla Koskela, the 2-time silver medalist in these games this far.
Yes, and it does look good, but earlier on I think she has done too many small mistakes, and she is now behind, but not that much. So her pace is good.
The difference between Lindqvist and Koskela at the first passing was about 25 seconds.
And it's about the same right now.
26, okay. So she's now going with the same pace as Linda Lindqvist.
Yes.
A second place at the TV control at this moment. At the same time as we have Lisa Larsen, and 44 seconds behind. Now there are 5 Swedish ladies right behind Daisy Kudre-Schnieder, all within 44 seconds of the leader, Kudre-Schnieder.
Strong skiing, I think. Perhaps some wrong route choice decisions earlier in the first part of the course. But let's see if we get to see it from the GPS. There she goes and disappears from the arena.
In the men's competition at the first TV control, Edvin Nordström now from Sweden has the fastest time ahead of Josef Nagy, Czech Republic, and Vegard Guldbrandsen. And here we are following now Evelina Wickbom live, and she's a little bit behind Linda. The trail or the tail of the dot was 30 seconds, so not much. The difference up to Salla Koskela is 26 seconds, or for Salla Koskela up to Linda was 26. Yes, Evelina Wickbom here takes the second place only 16 seconds behind. Wickbom was 4 seconds behind Lindqvist at the first TV control. So either small mistake or faster pace by Lindqvist at this moment.
Maybe just a pace when we looked at Salla Koskela and Lindqvist in the skiing camera. It may be just that.
Well, now we see what's happening or what has happened.
Yeah.
Olsson was ahead of both of them.
Yeah.
Going to the 13th control, she's still ahead of them and, doing very well. And then 14th, still no problem at all. Here she's taking the same route as Lindqvist.
And here Wickbom took a little bit wrong decision, I think, from the 14th. I believe it would be faster to continue downhill and go the way Lindqvist and Olsson did.
Right. And Olsson was about 30 seconds ahead of both Lindqvist and Wickbom.
And there she is. And there she is, and we get to follow her in the forest. And it seems that we are on a shortcut here.
No problem for Magdalena Olsson, as far as we have been seeing on the dots and the GPS this far. And fast corners for her and a good pace. Olsson, Lindqvist and Wickbom all have been going so well this far in the ladies competition. But we know also Frida Sandberg and Daisy Kurdeschnider are going well, and they are coming from behind.
Yes.
The starting number of Anna Magdalena Olsson 131, Frida Sandberg 133 and Daisy Kurdeschnider 135.
And as we take Magdalena Olsson towards the TV control, we also should get to follow other Swedish ladies coming to the finish quite soon. Good looking skiing by Magdalena Olsson.
Very good.
She takes the time to read the map when she needs it and then continues to push. And here, the new lead arriving.
So we have still Kaisa Klemettinen that is leading, but Linda Lindqvist by more than 2 minutes, still time for her. And as we know from the earlier days, it's about 24-25 seconds for the ladies to reach from the last control. No problem at all for Lindqvist here to be the new leader and a strong contender for the World Championship in the long distance for women. Middle distance for women. The longest we have here.
Yeah.
1:55 ahead of Kaisa Klemettinen. The difference between Klemettinen and Lindqvist has been growing all the time. Yes, it was about 1:20, 1:15 at the last TV control, and now 1:55.
Fast ending, and
that smile.
She's happy. She's happy. She knows that she's done a good job and close to a perfect race.
Right. She was is the world champion from 2 days ago in the pursuit, and let's see now how she's doing compared to Magdalena Olsson. Ooh, what a good time.
Even
50 seconds. 50 seconds. And we saw that the route choices for Olsson and Lindqvist were about the same. At least what we've seen. Olsson's pace seems to be good, but Lindqvist, she's happy.
Yeah.
And we know that 4 minutes behind Olsson started Frida Sandberg. Here at the first passing, she was 28 seconds behind Olsson. Now we go to the men's competition, where the three fastest at at the first passing are this far Edvin Nordström, Josef Nagy and Vegard Gulbrandsen.
And here we get to see that there are not that much route choices in the beginning. It's just technical execution of your own orienteering, and then there is this longer leg in the ending part of which we have various different route choices, and here we got to see the men taking a little bit different actions.
And Gustav Jonsson a little bit ahead of both Josef Nagy and Edvin Nordström at this point. This far, thus, Edvin Nordström is the fastest at the passing. Radek Laciga of the Czech Republic just passed with number 38, which means that we should have Gustav Jonsson within a minute and a half here passing at the arena also.
Yes.
Radek Laciga in fourth place, 22 seconds behind Nordström at the passing. And back into the ladies competition and to the forest. And we talked about Frida Sandberg a moment ago. At the first TV control here at the passing, she was 28 seconds behind Magdalena Olsson. What's the difference now?
Interesting to see. And there is Frida doing her own job. There is no big difference in skiing of the ladies in the forest that could be seen by just pure eye. It's small things that matter.
And back to the arena, and Gustav Jonsson passing here and well ahead of Edvin Nordström and Josef Nagy. Oh, wasn't him.
I think it was him just missed intermediate time.
No, it looked very much like Jonsson.
Yeah, I think it was him. The tag just didn't register the intermediate time.
And we get his time. No, the time hasn't stopped in either of our systems of time tracking. Well, we have to see about that.
Sandberg is arriving to the TV control.
There are. And she was 28 seconds behind, now 33 seconds behind Magdalena Olsson, but still in a second place at this moment.
3 Swedish girls in the top 3.
But the next one is already awaited. Daisy Kuderschneider started 4 minutes behind Frida Sandberg, so soon, shortly, also she should be here at the second TV control.
Linus Rapp starting his race.
His parents are staying in Haparanda this week so that they can follow Linus, and they are here at the arena right now also following how Linus is doing. And there are a lot of Swedish athletes' parents here in Kemi-Keminmaa, as we are only some 25-30 kilometers from the Swedish border.
Yes, it's not that long away from their home ground.
Evelina Wikbom, and we know that from the last control it's about 24-25 seconds. Still, no, she will not be the new leader. Linda Lindqvist, that was about 16 seconds ahead at the second TV control, is still ahead of Evelina Wikbom. Yes, the time for Linda. Linda still is the leader here and is sitting right behind us in the leader's chair, the snow chair. But a second place at this moment for Wikbom. The difference has been about the same, 17 seconds between Lindqvist and Wikbom, and a second place for Evelina.
Yes. So far it does look very, very good for the Swedish today.
Also a happy smile from her.
And here we get to see what Estonian 3 times world champion is about to say.
Yeah, at the first arena passing, Daisy Kudre is the one that has the fastest time. Starting after her was Anna Ulvensöen and Lisa Larsen and Isabel Salén, but they are all three about 40-60 seconds behind Daisy Kudre Schneider. So at the first TV control, she is the fastest, and also here at the second TV control, still leading Daisy Kudre Schneider. At the first passing, the difference between Schneider and Olsson was 7 seconds, now 19.
Strong race by Daisy Kudre Schneider.
It's going very well for the Swedish, even better for the Estonian.
Yes.
And we are seeing here right now how Kudre Schneider is having that little time gap before Olsson and Sandberg at this moment.
And as we can see, it's just small things that matter. It's not even the route choices, it just is the flow on the tracks that makes this difference. And even when we saw Olsson doing her job, that didn't look so bad either. And Linus now in the arena passing, and
the third best time. Edvin Nordström has the fastest time, Isak Jonsson the second fastest, and Linus the third fastest time.
And is it only 8 seconds behind?
Only 8 seconds, right. Together with Josef Nagy, he is right now in third place. Vegard Gulbrandsen to the left has been sitting here in the leader's chair for a long time already, starting with number 14. Here together with Linda Lindqvist in the leader's chair. And we're following what's happening with...
Has Olsson done
a big mistake? Olsson, that was in second place right after Daisy Kudre Schneider, both at the second and at the first and the second TV control.
Oh dear.
Right at the end, a big mistake. Although we're skiing in the same area that we have been doing both in the sprint and in the pursuit, Magdalena Olsson still has 35 seconds to beat Linda Lindqvist and Evelina Wickbom, but as we saw,
now the gap is closing because she should be the last control now if she wants to take the lead, and she's nowhere to be seen.
She was 33 seconds ahead of Sandberg, and she was 50 seconds ahead of Lindqvist at the second TV control.
There she is.
And she knows, it looks like, when you're looking at her pace, she knows what a big mistake she did.
Yeah, of course. She has to know. And that's a shame, because it would have been a perfect race for Magdalena Olsson without this one. But this is orienteering. You have to maintain your focus until the finish line.
Lindqvist in first place, Evelina Wickbom in second place, and Salla Koskela right now in third place. But the time for Magdalena Olsson is enough. She takes a third place at this moment. 32 seconds behind. She knows that.
Look at her. She knows how terrible mistake that was.
Yeah, she was 50 seconds ahead of Lindqvist and now 30 seconds behind her. A mistake of 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Huge.
Still, the race is on. We don't have a winner yet.
No.
Frida Sandberg and Daisy Kudre Schneider at least are strong contenders, together with the last starters, Lisa Larsen, Anna Ulvensöen and Isabel Salén. In the men's competition, Edvin Nordström is still leading here at the first TV control, 7 seconds ahead of Isak Jonsson and 8 seconds ahead of Linus and Josef Nagy. And now, Henrik Fredriksen Ås. Ooh, what a good time. 35 seconds ahead of Nordström. Fredriksen Ås going very well here.
Impressive work by Ås.
As we have said, it's all up to small micro choices, micro routes that you are taking. You don't
Cutting
have
the corners, maintaining your pace in those curves and bumps.
and
Little things.
little things in the technical area, but when it comes to pace, Felixen Ås obviously has done something very well.
Now we get to see Olsson's mistake. So
Here compared to the other Swedish
and
ladies,
Sandberg as well seems to be taking something.
oh, Sandberg also going the same,
What the actual?
but they didn't see each other.
But
They
how is this possible? This wide track should be so clear and visible. This is so
And now
unbelievable.
Sandberg sees her mistake. We're following Sandberg live. Both these Swedes, the same control. We're so close to the finish line. Both Magdalena Olsson and Frida Sandberg doing the same mistake at the 20th control. And Linda Lindqvist, we saw the smile of Linda Lindqvist. She knew she had done a very good work. Both Frida Sandberg and Magdalena Olsson doing big mistakes here at the end of the course.
And now it would be really interesting to hear what caused this mistake, because it's so unbelievable. So unbelievable mistake.
But it's the World Championships.
Oh,
You can
yes.
do whatever.
Yeah.
Daisy Kudre-Schneider has had the fastest time at the first TV control, also at the second TV control, and we now know that Lindqvist is the one that has, after the 20th control, doing the best time. So Kudre-Schneider is doing so well right now. Is this Frida Sandberg? 133? No, 132
No,
first.
this is Norwegian.
Evine Vestli Andersen from Norway. Evine is right now fighting for a place, a fifth, sixth place at this moment. Frida Sandberg. And the time there, she's out of the gold medal pace. She's reading her map even down to the last control, just to be sure. 14 seconds, and that means that she's fighting for the third place right now with Magdalena Olsson. And Magdalena Olsson keeps her third place at this moment. It will be a fourth place at this moment for Frida Sandberg.
Yeah.
Oh, what a unexpected ending both for Olsson and Sandberg. They
Yes.
both know that that was something they shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
Linda Lindqvist still leading in the ladies competition, ahead of now Evelina Wickbom and Anna Olsson, Frida Sandberg in fourth place and Salla Koskela in fifth place. And that means that Daisy Kudre-Schneider should be here within some 2.5-3 minutes if she wants to be the world champion.
And we have a new leader in the men's arena passing, Rasmus Wickbom taking the lead from Norwegian Henrik Fredriksen Aas by 8 seconds.
Wickbom, the bronze medalist in the men's sprint on Tuesday. And we see now Kudre-Schneider compared to how Linda Lindqvist, who is now leading, Olsson Sandberg making those mistakes.
Yeah, it smells like fourth world championship for Daisy Kudre-Schneider.
And Kudre-Schneider won the sprint championship here on Tuesday, and now is very much looking like a new world champion. The Estonian skier with her Swiss surname, Daisy Kudre and Schneider, she married last summer.
Yes.
Coming here to the last control, and she still has a minute and a half time to beat the time of Linda Lindqvist. There are three starters behind Kudre-Schneider, but we have seen no mistakes made by Kudra Schneider so far in the competition, not here in the last controls at least. So it looks very much like a world champion here, finishing Daisy Kudra Schneider 1:11 ahead of Linda Lindqvist. And we are awaiting the next three skiers also. The best of them is Isabel Salén, 1:38, Anna Ulvensöen, 1:37, and Lisa Larsen, 1:36. But they are all at the intermediate control at least 3 minutes behind Kudra Schneider.
Yeah, it's not possible to climb that high anymore. So here we can see the world champion and also his husband John Schneider was there to congratulate the new champion.
Oh, and what a happy face.
Impressive. All the time, controlled work, good pace, technically perfect skiing.
And Kudra Schneider did very well last year already in the World Championships in Estonia with 2 gold medals. Now already 2 gold medals here in Kemi-Keminmaa.
Great day for Daisy Kudra Schneider.
Are they playing We Are the Champions here in the arena? At least she is.
Yeah, can't hear it myself. And in the middle we could see Evert Toivonen starting his race, and he has been 4th for two days this week, and also must be a hungry Finn.
Here at the arena in the men's competition, Rasmus Wickbom has the fastest time, right 7 seconds ahead of Henrik Fredriksen Ås. But we saw here that Linus Rapp is doing very well this far.
And still seeing how Daisy Kudra Schneider celebrates her.
Oh, she hasn't been to the Emmet control yet, but shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, shouldn't.
And Rapp in Swedish means fast, and he is very fast, Rapp, right now.
Yes.
Yep, 14:01, 9 seconds ahead of Rasmus Wickbom.
And there we saw him taking the control in a very safe way, because when you allow the Emmy tag some time to register by holding your arm ahead of you and then sliding it behind you when you go past the control, that is the most secure way to certainly get the punch from the control.
How fast can you pass the control by? 50 kilometers an hour and still get the...
Well, there is not an exact figure that can be told, but quite fast if you use that technique that Linus was using.
And we're also following Erik Blomgren live. At this moment, we know that Rapp is the fastest here at the arena passing, 9 seconds ahead of Rasmus Wickbom. Erik Blomgren is the one that we are following live right now.
And he is a little bit behind of these other guys here, so Blomgren hasn't started.
He goes up the right way.
Yeah. He's just he has taken this route choice with lots of S curve in the ending of this longer leg.
The world champion bronze medalist from Wednesday, Nicola Müller. Nicola Müller from Switzerland gets his map 15 seconds before the start.
And has this 15 seconds time to make his decision to the first control. And now he's off. Here, two ruling ski orienteers at the finish area. The other one is already secured gold medal. The other one I believe will have to step aside later on this day,
But he's been sitting there for a long time.
Yes,
Is it
so-
already an hour that Vegard Gulbrandsen has been sitting in the chair?
luckily he has managed to get some warm clothing and blankets to keep himself warm.
Number 39, Gustav Jonsson. And we were following him a little bit earlier, and then he disappeared from our monitors. And I can't find him in the intermediate time from the first passing. Might be that he just doesn't show on our scoreboard.
Yeah,
but
well, now we get to see him arriving at the second TV control, so soon we will know.
Yep, and we know that he was doing very well at the first intermediate control,
And is doing very well yet, 28 seconds before ahead Gulbrandsen here.
Good. So he just missing from our screen. We should remember him also. Linus Rapp and Rasmus Wikbom are the ones up in first and second place at the first TV control. We should count in Gustav Jonsson there also.
And now the last man to start, Aapo Viippola from Finland. And this is where the individual races here in Kemi-Keminmaa is going to end. Let's see what Aapo Viippola has to say about today's results.
And he did quite a good pursuit 2 days ago, but made smaller mistakes that kept him out of the top. Oh, it's a good picture of Gudbrandsen and Kudra-Schneider, both leaders right now. Here we say what Jürgen Backlid is doing, starting with number 52. We are following him live right now, and remember that Rapp is the one that has the best time at the passing, the 8th control here for us.
And Backlid is not far behind, and it's interesting to see whether he's able to gain those small seconds before the arena or after that, or whether at all.
The tail is 30 seconds, so the difference between these two guys is not even 5 seconds.
No. But it seems that both Rapp and Backlid are choosing the right route choice here.
Is the left route choice the right route choice here?
Well, let's say correct route choice. Or I'm not quite certain, but it looked a bit that way.
Okay. Yeah, in the ladies' competition at least, it was the faster route, but the controls might be a little bit different.
I think it was the same.
It was the same. Good.
Yes, it's the same. Well, actually, yeah, the starting control is a little bit different.
It's a little bit. Yeah. Gustav Jonsson from Sweden ahead of Isak Jonsson from Norway. 26 seconds and now in second place. And Isak Jonsson was the 7th fastest at the first passing. He was a little bit faster also than Gudbrandsen.
Now some GPS tracking, and now we get to see an interesting route choice here. This right side choice that Linus Rapp makes here, it looks faster, but when you are precise, when you count the contours, you see that you have to climb all the way to the top of the hill, and the climb is a little less steep in the right side. But when you have a shorter, more steep uphill, and especially in this case, where this track that Jonsson just skied upon has been skied yesterday, it's a bit more wide, so the left choice is a little bit faster here. And I think we get an interview for the winner of the ladies any second now. No?
No. We can see up in the north part here of or the upper part of the we'll get back to that. We'll see if we can get the interview with Daisy Kudra-Schneider here from Estonia. we were talking about Isabel Salén. She has yet not finished. Judita Traubaite finished. She's now in place 11. Anne Ulvensöön in place number 13. And let's see now if I find Larsen. Oh, not right now.
And more interesting route choices from the men's course. We compared that leg with the Finnish expert Mika Häkkinen this morning, and it seemed that the director choice was faster than the one that Linus Rapp was taking.
Okay. Tero Linnanmaa passing here, only 33 seconds behind the leader Gustav Jonsson at this moment. And only some 7 seconds behind Isak Jonsson, the Norwegian Jonsson, and 5 seconds behind Gulbrandsen. And this is then the black dot that we are following live, Tuomas Kotro. Compared to how Gustav Jonsson and Linus Rapp are doing.
And now Kotro seems to be taking, at least it looked like that he was taking the optimal route choice, at least in the beginning of the leg. Let's see if we get to see the ending of this route choice.
And here is what Henrik Ås Fredriksen is doing. And compared to Gustav Jonsson, and he is
1 minute ahead.
Oh,
so Ås is doing very well. But
we also know that Rapp is coming behind them.
Yep.
Rapp with number 37.
First we get to follow the skiing of Ås here in the dense spruce forest technical tracks, arriving soon to the second TV.
And back to the arena, and we have Jörgen Backlid. And although he was 5 seconds, if we counted correctly, down coming from the northern part of the area, he is now 8 seconds ahead of Linus Rapp and leading the competition, the Norwegian Jörgen Backlid.
And this is the part where Jörgen Backlid is strongest. Wide track, physical, steep uphill, and he is a strong skier, as we saw on Tuesday.
Back to Henrik Fredriksen Ås. He is about to come here to the second TV control. Oh, and a minute ahead of Gustav Jonsson.
In the men's course, it seems strong for the Norwegians. Now we get the interview of Daisy Kudre.
Oh, a new try there. Aapo Viipola is doing well.
Not so well anymore.
Doing well.
He misread the map and thought he was on the second.
Oh.
Daisy Sneeder, the winner of the middle distance, second gold in these games. How does it feel at the moment?
Yeah, it feels amazing. It was a super cool and difficult course, and I had almost the perfect race. So, of course, I'm super happy with my performance.
Okay, I noticed that you were very strong in the area, that you had some challenges in the pursuit. Did you get the grip now of the area?
Yeah, I mean, it is super difficult area, and yesterday I thought I took it really controlled, but I still went too fast. So today I really made sure that I'm only turning when I know exactly where I am. But this kind of network suits me super well, so yesterday was really just bad luck or bad day, but I'm usually, this is my strength, yeah.
Okay, how about the weather? How does it feel to have now a bit sort of a more wet conditions, a bit new snow as well.
I mean, of course, it's super nice to compete with sun, but I like these conditions as well. It's perfect conditions in the forest. It's a bit more slow, so it was great conditions in the forest.
Hey, congratulations for the second gold.
Thank you very much.
So Vegard Gulbrandsen, unfortunately,
A very happy Daisy Kudre-Schnieder. At the same time as Gustav Jonsson from Sweden here finishes in the men's competition 1 minute ahead of Vegard Gulbrandsen, who has been sitting in the leader's chair for over an hour.
Yeah. Finally he gets to go and have some cool down.
And this is Rasmus Wikbom that we're following. And Rasmus Wikbom was we don't know the difference between because we don't have a time to compare with Gustav Jonsson from the first TV control. But Rasmus is approaching the second TV control and should be there. Oh, and he is well ahead of both Fredriksen Ås and Gustav Jonsson. 1:41 ahead of Gustav Jonsson, who right now finished and is the leader here at the finishing line.
And now Stanimir Belomachev from Bulgaria not managed to get any medals so far, but now taking the fourth position at the moment, 18 seconds behind leading Jürgen Backlid. Stanimir might still have some say in today's results.
At the first TV control we have Jürgen Backlid, Linus Rapp 8 seconds behind, Rasmus Wikbom 17 seconds, and now Stanimir Belomachev from Bulgaria 18 seconds behind the leader Henrik Fredriksen Ås.
And
25 seconds.
Skiing very fast, very hard in this uphill. Knows the situation. He got to hear it from the coaches.
We are following here both Linus Rapp in orange and Tuomas Kotro in black.
Some differences in route choices here, and small decisive things. It seems Kotro is now a little bit in the lead compared to Rapp and Ås.
He's going faster than both of them.
Yes.
Now Kotro and Ås about the same, and now we are in live a little bit ahead of Ås.
Yes.
Finishing the Norwegian, Isak Jonsson, and he's not going to beat his teammate Vegard Gulbrandsen, but takes a third place right before Radek Latsiga at this moment. 39 seconds behind Gustav Jonsson is Isak Jonsson.
34, and he is 38 seconds.
He's done very well here in the later part of the course. He was 51 seconds behind Gustav Jonsson at the second TV control, and now less than that. But Kotro is going fast.
Yes, and also making different route choice compared to Linus Rapp here. Interesting to see. When we compared these road choices this morning, there was actually no difference at all. I went through the route choice that Rapp is taking, and the Finnish broadcast expert Mika Häkkinen took the other one. No difference at all.
Okay, let's see. Nikola Müller, and in place number 6 at this moment, 38 seconds behind Jürgen Backlid at this moment. A pretty good start for Müller, but still there's 38 seconds. Evert Toivonen 39 seconds behind, and John Schneider 40 seconds behind. These guys in places 6, 7 and 8 are trailing a little bit behind Jürgen Backlid at this moment.
Now we're waiting for Tero Linnainmaa, the Finnish athlete, to arrive to the finish. And here he comes. And what is his situation? He is behind leading Gustav Jonsson and he doesn't manage to beat Vegard Gulbrandsen either, and Isak Jonsson's time is as well too fast for Linnanmaa today, but takes a 4th position at the finish and has given everything he can.
With arms and legs out like that, he's like a big Finnish flag cross.
Yeah. Blue cross against a white background.
We're following Linus Rapp. Linus, who has the 2nd fastest time at the first TV control, the arena passing, and
soon arriving to the 2nd TV control.
Right, and we are getting to compare his time then.
Oh, Teemu Eerola didn't manage to take the curve as smoothly as Linus did.
Perhaps that's why Linus is competing in the World Championships and Teemu not.
Yes, perhaps.
There we have Linus Rapp. But he's 55 seconds behind Rasmus Wikbom at this moment.
Yeah.
Rasmus was behind Linus Rapp at the first TV, but the difference now, 55 seconds. Henrik Fredriksen Ås here in 2nd place. At this moment, we are about 9.3 kilometers into the race.
Has Linus Rapp made some other mistakes that compared to what we saw earlier, because those were not that big, but now he's quite much behind Wikbom.
This is the first TV control, the arena passing, with Backlid, Rapp and Wikbom in places 1, 2 and 3. And finishing here, Henrik Fredriksen Ås, and no problem for him being the new number 1. He was 58 seconds ahead of Gustav Jonsson at the 2nd TV control.
Almost a minute.
Almost a minute, right.
And he is happy. He knows that this was a good race by him.
It might be a medal for him.
Yeah, that's possible.
Because we've seen some mistakes. Tuomas Kotro in 2nd place.
Well, half a minute behind Wikbom at this moment. There is happening interesting things in the southern part of the terrain now.
Right. The difference between Wikbom and Kotro was 26 seconds at the first passing, now 29 seconds.
Now we see what Jörgen Backlid is doing. He's in the lead, taking the correct... Oh, small mistake there, and almost allowing Wikbom to gain his...
Right in the upper part here of the map you can see a small green area, that's the cemetery. And there's a saying here in Konginkangas that if you're not doing well, you end up in Konginkangas.
Ah.
That means you end up at the cemetery. But Backlid was doing well, no cemetery from him right now.
But here Backlid made a wrong route choice and is now behind Wikbom in the 16th control.
Right you are, but ahead of Kotro at this moment.
Yes.
And the last starter...
Aapo Viippola, now we are getting wrong graphics here. Aapo Viippola is... do we get the results from the other screen here? Viippola. Can't find him now.
No. There we are, in number 40.
Yeah.
3:30 behind the leader, Jörgen Backlid at this moment.
And we saw Aapo doing a big mistake when he was skiing towards the 2nd control. He took the 5th control and already started towards the 6th control, then noticed it and turned back. So that explains quite a lot of that big difference.
Yeah. And the difference now between Wikbom and Backlid seemed a little bit bigger even. So Rasmus Wikbom finishing now is the one that, according to the GPS map, is going the fastest. Wikbom was only 17 seconds behind Backlid at the first TV control, but now is this the world champion that we are seeing approaching the finishing line? Henrik Fredriksen Aas still leading, but as you can see, with almost a minute or over a minute, Rasmus Wikbom is the new leader. 40:47 and a minute and 11 ahead of Henrik Fredriksen Aas, and Gustav Jonsson now in third place.
This is a strong time. This is difficult to beat. It's quite possible that we are watching at the world champion right now. Let's see what Jürgen Backlid and Stanimir Belomachev, maybe Nikola Müller can do.
Is this the smile of a world champion? It might very well be.
In half an hour we will know. Here we get to see more of the adventures of the other guys, now following Belomachev live in the 14th control.
Wikbom in yellow, Backlid in red, and right now it seems like Backlid is the one with the better pace. We're again following Erik Blomgren.
Blomgren is not quite fighting for the medals today. He has been 1.5 minutes behind the leading Jürgen Backlid in the first TV control. Experienced ski orienteer, member of the Skio Commission, Blomgren.
And passing here, but in 13th place, 2:36 behind the leader at this moment, Rasmus Wikbom. He's going the same pace as Misa Tuomala and Radek Latsiga. Back to the arena, everybody's watching the screen, that's where they're looking that way, and looking at what Backlid and Wikbom have been doing. Wikbom was quite a bit ahead of Backlid, and you said that earlier that there wasn't a big difference between the northern and the southern way, so it seems the difference is between Wikbom and Backlid is about the same or still, and it seems like Rasmus Wikbom still has that, what is it, 15, 13 seconds
around
gap.
Something like that. And of course it also comes down to the athlete's personal abilities, and Backlid is a strong technical skier, and maybe he gets a little bit more possibilities for using his skating styles by taking the southern route choice via that public snow scooter, snowmobile track that he used. But as we saw, no difference in the time between Backlid and Wikbom by the route choice.
And it seems very much like the difference between these two guys is about the same as it was a little earlier in the race also. Mattis Jama is expected here at the second TV control out in the forest, but he's about 2.5 minutes behind the leader Rasmus Wikbom. Passing here, 2:32 and a 12th place at this moment. And finishing at the same time is this John Schneider. Right, it is, and Schneider has still some 15 seconds time to beat the time of Gustav Jonsson from Sweden, and will do so, takes the third place, rare he passes 6 seconds ahead of Gustav Jonsson, right now in third place. Rasmus Wikbom, Henrik Fredriksen Aas and John Schneider, the first three at this moment in the men's competition.
This also means that earlier when Daisy Gudre-Schneider came to the finishing line, that couldn't have been John taking and congratulating her at the finish line. That must have been some other Swiss guy, but somehow I managed to mix them.
Of course, Jen must have been in the quarantine at that time,
yes,
and wasn't able or allowed to look at the map and the screen and so on.
Yeah.
Fast skiing by Jörgen Backlid at the same time as we're getting Linus Rapp here at the finish, and he will take the second place. Right, he will. Loses by 57 seconds to Rasmus Wickbom at this moment. The difference was about the same, 54 seconds at the second TV control. So he made some smaller mistakes in the beginning of the second half or behind after the arena control, but has kept about the same pace as Rasmus Wickbom.
And here we can see Buckley taking a little curve in the snow. This is when the situation comes fast and you notice that, oh, I should be going left, and your skis can get stuck into the snow, and when you have fallen, it may be difficult to gain the flow again.
But no problem with the skis or the poles. They're all intact. So
that was a beautiful falling by Buckley.
But 38 seconds. We see here from the 13th control what has happened, why Wickbom is faster than Backlid. It was from 15th to 16th that Wickbom made a shortcut, it looks like, that was faster. And after that he has been skiing a little bit faster and has made a little bit more better route choices, it seems, than Backlid at this moment. Tuomas Kotro, he has 30 seconds time to beat Linus Rapp to take the second place at this moment, and he has been doing very well today also. The Finnish skier finishing here 39 seconds behind the now leader Rasmus Wickbom.
Kotro is still fighting for the silver medal today. Let's see what Backlid has to say about the results in the finish, but 2 silver medals earlier this week for Tuomas Kotro.
We have at least Backlid, Toivonen, Müller and Belomazhev coming, and here we can see how Belomazhev is doing even faster route choices or going faster than Backlid at this moment.
Yes.
This is on the way to the 18th control. Wickbom, Rasmus Wickbom is the one that is still having the fastest pace, but what a good route choice there from Stanimir Belomazhev, and we saw him now live, or rather we left him live there in the forest, and the gold medal might not at all be Rasmus Wickbom's. It might be Stanimir Belomazhev of Bulgaria.
Yes, there are many possible options still yet open.
Belomazhev took 2 gold medals in the Junior World Championships in 2008. That is 14 years ago, and now he's showing what he's made out of.
Yeah, and he has taken some senior medals after that as well. At least gold medal in middle distance in Russia some years ago.
You're right.
After that, he made a legendary show by breaking his ski pole voluntarily against his knee and shouting at the camera after he heard that he won the race. He is an interesting guy, let's put it that way.
And as you can see, different route choices here for Rasmus Wickbom and Stanimir Belomazhev.
And I think Wickbom's route choice was a bit better this time.
Now we are following Belomazhev, and he passes the control, no problem at all for him. And if we in the TV control in a moment how well he's doing. We haven't seen anything from Jörgen Backlid in a moment. We haven't heard about the number 53, Evert Toivonen. 54 is Stanimir Belomazhev, and he passes 2 seconds. He was so fast, 2 seconds behind. But wow, what a race this will be. Rasmus Wickbom and Stanimir Belomazhev within 2 seconds of each other.
And again making different route choice. And well, difficult to say, but this time I think Belomachev's route choice is again a little bit better than Wickbom's. But we will see, we will see. This is exciting now. Is it going to be Swedish? Is it going to be Bulgarian gold medal?
At the second TV control right now, Rasmus Wickbom 2 seconds ahead of Belomajev. Thomas Kotro still has the third position there, 29 seconds behind. Jörgen Backlid 38 seconds behind. Evert Toivonen 49 seconds behind. In sixth place, Henrik Fredriksen also in there between, was 41 seconds behind. So all the medals are still open for everyone to see how this will end.
Yeah.
Belomajev and Wickbom here, we are following Belomajev live.
And here in Belomachev's route choice, there is a possibility that he can take advantage of a shortcut that remains between these wide tracks quite close to the control number 21 that we saw ladies use 2 days ago in the pursuit race.
Finishing here, Erik Blomgren. We've been following him in different places during the race. He's making it into the top 10 right now, but will not remain there because Belomajev and also Müller, Backlid and Toivonen are still to come. Also Ville Petteri-Saarela, starting with number 51, has been faster than Blomgren during the race today. But a good race from Erik Blomgren also today.
Yes.
And a good race from Radek Latsiga, now in place number 11. The Czech skier is the best Czech today.
And now we are following the Swiss athlete Nicola Müller, and he's showing us some fast skiing on the narrow tracks.
He started 2 minutes behind Stanimir Belomajev. At the first TV control he was about 20 seconds behind Belomajev. Let's see what the difference is now when he's approaching, Müller is approaching the second TV control.
And here we are waiting for Müller to arrive, and any second now he should curve behind those trees.
But the difference is this much already.
Yeah.
It was 2 seconds between Wickbom and Belomajev, but 1:17 behind. Müller has made some mistakes, and 8th place at this moment for Müller.
Yeah, this is a technical race, and all the time there is a possibility of mistake. And not many athletes manage to make a pure, clean performance today.
With number 50 here passing now, Mattis Jaama. And Jaama is fighting for a place among the top 10 right now. Starting with number 50, we have after him only 6 skiers. There Mattis Jaama finishing, and 10th place, right ahead of Erik Blomgren. He beats Blomgren by 6 seconds. And Ville Petteri-Saarela ought to be the next one, starting with number 51. We can't see him going down the hill from the last control yet, but we are more eagerly awaiting Jörgen Backlid 52, Evert Toivonen 53 and Stanimir Belomajev 54. Here we have Wickbom and Belomajev. Mainly those two we are looking at because they have a gap of some half a minute to the others. And how good was Belomajev's left choice? It remains to be seen.
It seems quite good at the moment. Wickbom's choice is not bad either, but now Belomajev is in the lead, slightly in the lead.
Oh, but he had to turn
yes.
And get up the pace again. Here we have with 51
Backlid and
Saarela, and Backlid, one with a better time, of course. Backlid Was that second or 2 seconds decisive? He is finishing and is taking.
Been possible to compete against Kotro.
3 seconds. The official time. 3 seconds.
3.
Tuomas Kotro still in second place. Jörgen Backlid in third place at this moment. Still Rasmus Wickbom leading and sitting in the winners or the leaders chair.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the winners chair yet. The leaders chair. But very good race from Backlid again today. He has had fourth place and first place in the races.
Now we are seeing the final moments of this competition. It's only Belomachev that actually can now take the gold from Rasmus Wickbom.
And
what is happening here?
Exactly the same route choice. Oh, now
small different route choices here,
but
micro
no
route
difference.
choices, no difference. It's so close.
And after this we have only, as you see, 2 controls left, and at this moment Wickbom is a little bit ahead of Belomachev. Oh, how this will be interesting all the way to the finish line. Evert Toivonen also doing well. He has started ahead of Stanimir Belomachev, so he should be finishing here right before our eyes in a moment. He started 2 minutes behind Jörgen Backlid, and Evert Toivonen is also fighting for a third position at this moment. At this moment, Rasmus Wickbom is leading. Tuomas Kotro in second place. Where is Rasmus? He's following, looking eagerly at the screen, of course, what's happening there.
Now.
He can't be sitting down. Rasmus Wickbom from Sweden, will he be the world champion, or is it Stanimir Belomachev? It's 1-2 seconds between them, and nope, this is first Evert Toivonen, and he's fighting, no, not for the bronze anymore. The time for both Kotro and Backlid were too good, so he's losing also to Linus Rapp, and is now skiing for place number 5 at this moment, but this means we have less than a minute for Belomachev to be the world champion, because he started 2 minutes behind Evert Toivonen, and down the hill we ought to have Belomachev any moment now. We're looking eagerly at the hill. No Belomachev to be seen. What has happened in the last?
We cannot see him now because the control is situated a bit into the forest, so
there
he
comes.
Here he comes. And he has got 25 seconds. This is so close.
And we know from the last control it's about 23-24 seconds.
Yes.
What a pace. And Rasmus Wickbom or Stanimir Belomachev, which one is the world champion in the middle distance here? 8, 7, 6, and it is so close. Oh, and the finish line there. And with 2 seconds, Stanimir Belomachev.
Yeah.
Don't break any poles today, because these poles were good. Don't break any poles.
Yeah. Happy man.
And we can already now say this is the world champion, Stanimir Belomachev, because starting with number 55, Nikola Müller, he was over 2 minutes behind Belomachev already at the last TV control.
And last Saturday in Ranua, Stanimir Belomachev said he was confident. He said that now I'm in a very good condition. I am strong this winter, and 2 races haven't gone that well. Small mistakes, but now this is the gold medal.
Wow, what a race, and all the way to the finish line we saw here. Rasmus Wickbom already took a bronze medal. He was 2 seconds away from a gold medal, but a silver medal for Rasmus today.
Stanimir Belomachev is taking the audience, and he is enjoying every second of his victory.
This, you see, Wickbom and Belomachev almost equal there.
And he makes a shortcut there.
How
decisive.
did he know that it was this close? A shortcut to the last control made the difference.
Yeah.
That made Stanimir Belomachev the world champion today.
That was a cold-headed decision.
Wow.
I don't think there was already a shortcut. I think that was Stanimir's own decision.
We've had 54 skiers before him in the men's competition. There might have been someone,
that's true.
but not very many anyhow. Yes. Wow.
Now we have to give instructions to the interviewer that this is what we want to know. Was the shortcut ready or not?
Of course. Rasmus Vikbom in second place, and the Finnish Tuomas Kotro in third place. And you know what? Kotro was second in the sprint, second in middle distance, and now bronze in the second in the pursuit, now third place in the middle distance. What a week also for Tuomas Kotro.
Yes, perfect week for Tuomas Kotro. Of course, he would have wanted a gold medal as well, but 2 silvers and a bronze. This is good. And Stanimir, that was his father, his coach, and his father hugging him. And of course, this is a sentimental moment for the father as well.
Yeah. In the official results right now, it says 1 second between Belomazhev and Vikbom. Yes. Only 1 second. Oh, Nikola Müller has been doing a good race today, and he is fighting for an 8th place at this moment. The time of both Evert Toivonen and Henrik Fredriksen Ås were too fast, but an 8th place for Nikola Müller. He has been racing very well also today. Müller took a bronze medal in the pursuit. 8th place today for Nikola. So, in the ladies' competition, we got the Estonian Kudryashnider, Daisy Kudryashnider, Swedish Linda Lindqvist and Swedish Evelina Vikbom in the 3 first places. In the men, Bulgaria's Stanimir Belomazhev, followed by Sweden's Rasmus Vikbom and Finland's Tuomas Kotro. We talked earlier about the Swedes wanting medals in every distance. They are doing very well today. But best of all, Daisy Kudryashnider and Stanimir Belomazhev. Here are the top 10 in the men's competition. Belomazhev, by 2 seconds it says here, still ahead of Rasmus Vikbom. Tuomas Kotro is the bronze medalist. And Jörgen Backlid again in 4th place like he was in the sprint. Linus Rapp made a very good race today, but some mistakes must have been made in the course or then route choices. A 5th place today, Evert Toivonen in place number 6, Henrik Fredriksen Ås, Nikola Müller, John Schneider and Gustav Jonsson in place number 10. Within 2 minutes, here you have the next 10. Vegard Gulbrandsen, Ville Petteri Saarela, Isak Jonsson, Tero Linnainmaa, Mattis Jaama, Erik Blomgren, Radek Latsiga, Jonathan Ståhl, Edvin Nordström, Peter Horvat. And you should point out that we have a tied 11th place between Gulbrandsen and Saarela.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, what a race today. We go to the interview with Stanimir Belomazhev and see if you get an answer to your question about the route choices to the last control.
Now we have a men's middle distance winner and new world champion Stanimir Pelomaachev here. Seems to be very emotional. What are the first feelings after the victory?
Exciting, very exciting. This is my second world title, and 5 years ago in Tumen, 2017, I made this for the first time, also in the middle distance, and I'm really happy to double this victory here in Finland also.
Okay, you were very strong, especially in the latter part of the course. Did you feel it, or did you know that this was the good day?
I feel good. I feel really good in the whole championship here, especially in the mustard. I was one of the stronger, maybe, or the stronger physically athletes, and made really stupid mistake after the spectators control and lose bronze medal there. And today also I pushing really hard, and I thinking only one, just be focused on the course and push wherever you want, or just pushing hard to the end of the race.
Okay, there was a decisive cut in the very end of the course when you came for the last control. You were like 2 seconds behind, and you took the victory with that special cut. Was that something that you decided beforehand, or just when you saw it?
No, I just see it in the last moment. I say shortcut here, just left and push to the finish. And I missed one shortcut in the forest, maybe really important shortcut. I do a little bit around the route choice, but here I was lucky to see this shortcut in the last moment, and I pushing really hard to the finish. Maybe not only this shortcut, maybe only my skis, and only maybe with preparing the skis was important of this last part.
Yeah, you were very strong in the latter part of the course. Once again, congratulations, Stanimir.
Thank you very much.
Oh, what an emotional interview with him. Wonderful for Stanimir Pelomaachev.
Yeah, and now we get to see the overall GPS tracking, and here we see some differences. There was also a shortcut to the first control that not everybody used, but more decisive moments came later on in this competition. Pelomaachev is strong from the beginning, but it's tight between Bucklid and Wikbom. The difference to the finish to Kotra and Toivonen seems to be visible after the first part of this course.
And still here,
everybody
Bucklid is a little bit ahead of the other ones. Not a bad route choice to the sixth control. He's still ahead of everyone else.
Yeah.
Wikbom and Pelomaachev about doing the same pace and same route choices pretty much.
At this moment, Bucklid seems the strongest, but a little bit later on he took some minor wrong route choices and lost that advantage he had at this pace.
And as the tail, there he made one short,
and here
he was about to go in the wrong direction.
Yes,
but still, Bucklid is the fastest one. Wikbom and Pelomaachev trailing a little bit. Yeah, Pelomaachev even more.
Yeah, but these technical legs here in the southern part of the terrain allowed for Stanimir Pelomaachev to climb back into the fight for the gold.
And both Pelomaachev and Wikbom here took a shortcut to the 16th and then passed Bucklid at least momentarily. And when we go in then further on, the distance between the two first guys and Bucklid then is growing more and more. So they have a good pace, a good momentum going on, and they know they are doing very well.
And even in this leg, it was no matter which route you chose, if you just executed it well. This is middle distance ski orienteering, and It's quite amazing that after this difficult race, it all comes down to the last control.
Kottero has already passed Buckley at this moment. Toivonen is trailing a little bit already here, and he can't get grip
And
of
here-
those anymore.
And here we saw Stanimir Belamachev making the decisive shortcut here, and it was already somebody had skied there before. And these shortcuts are a two-edged sword. It can get you ahead, it can get you behind. And it's often just that instinct that tells you that now I have to go.
If I saw correctly, Toivonen did the same. Toivonen started 2 minutes ahead of Belamachev, so there were fresh tracks
Yeah.
in the forest.
Yeah.
At least someone had done the same thing. So, and the moment when you realize something, hey, this is good, and you execute it well, the way Stanimir Belamachev did today, that's excellent. That's orienteering and ski orienteering at its best.
Yes, indeed. Often it can be that you instinctively choose to take a shortcut and then you end up somewhere different than you were hoping for. Yeah, this week still has the relay competition to come. That's tomorrow. The broadcast starts 9:50
Finnish time, or,
yes.
or Eastern European time.
Yeah. And well, the mixed relay has been fixed part of the ski orienteering World Championships program for a long time. It's an interesting race with lots of happenings, so tomorrow is going to be an interesting day. See you tomorrow.
And some of the countries will have a hard time choosing which skiers will be the ones skiing in the mixed relay. Here you can see the style of the world champion in the middle distance, Daisy Kudresnider, finishing more than a minute ahead of Linda Lindqvist. And after these 3 days of competitions, we have had 6 different countries taking the gold medal. Today, Bulgaria and Estonia. Right. Earlier also Estonia, Norway, Sweden and Finland. So a very good mix of countries taking gold medals.
And these emotional pictures from Stanimir Belamachev bringing us to the end.
Suomenkielisellä selostuksella ISTV:n kautta Livestream-lähetys ja sitten IOF:n englanninkielinen lähetys on myös löydettävissä kansainvälisen suunnistusliiton sivulta, joten vinkkailkaapa sinne tutuille, jotka ympäri Suomea ja ympäri maailmaa asuvat, että hei, täällä Kallin hiihtokeskuksessa kilpaillaan MM-mittelöiden muodossa. Next prize giving ceremony is going to start in 17 minutes, and tomorrow we're going to have an interesting relay day. It's also last competition day here in Finland, World Ski Orienteering Championships of 2022. And if we are looking for example, tomorrow's forecast, we hope, of course, that there is no snowing like it was today. Tomorrow we will get some sun shining and quite warm weather actually. Already in the morning the weather is going to be plus degrees, so sunglasses with you and a lot of drink. Tomorrow we will have an interesting relay day and sun is shining. Next prize giving ceremony will start in 15 minutes. Seuraava palkintojen jako on siis 15 minuutin kuluttua. Huomenna täällä Kallin hiihtokeskuksessa kilpaillaan viestipäivää. Ja aurinko paistelee, joten toivottavasti saamme yleisöäkin mukavasti paikalle. Kuuluttama kiittää ja kuittaa tästä päivästä. Huomenna jatketaan.